All right, here we go. I just finished up some math.
At 15 years old,
I was reading a book called Homegoing.
Malachi Muzzy hasn't known a time when he's felt truly understood.
And I knew right off the bat I was gonna have more struggle in this world than one of my white friends or one of my white peers, solely based off something I can't control.
A burden Malachi says he's carried for as long as he can remember.
It feels very otherizing, like I don't belong. I'm lower than. A lot of things that a person in America isn't supposed to feel. The majority of people in my class can either fit themselves in one of these three categories, right? Like they're white, they're wealthy, and they're super privileged because of that whiteness and because of all the wealth that comes with that. And it feels like when I'm the only kid who looks like me in my class, it makes me feel like I always have to choose D, which is the other.
Malachi isn't alone. We met kids much younger than him already facing racism and Islamophobia from their classmates.
During school, lots of people criticize Asians and stuff, that they have to be like smart or that they have to have like a yellow tint in their skin or their eyes are always like tiny and stuff.
For the past 3 years, basically a lot of people at my school have just been bullying me.
Why were they bullying you?
Because I just was like Muslim and like I didn't have the stuff that they had.
How does a racist experience affect a child's life? It's a form of trauma.
Mental health therapist Tony Williams helps kids process their experiences with racism.
Oftentimes, we may not even know that a traumatic event happened, and it can be something as minuscule as someone asking you, "Why are you so dark?"
We showed Williams parts of Malachi's interview to get a glimpse into why brief, sometimes minuscule racist experiences can have such a lasting impact on kids of color.
Has there ever been a time when someone said something about the color of your skin that made you feel different?
Yeah, many times actually, but my 8th grade Spanish class where my teacher, and I feel like when she called me aggressive, it kind of brought me back to reality because going into a private school, you kind of think you're like exempt from all that stuff, right? Because it's supposed to be a higher education. But what people don't realize is that in terms of race, the education is actually lower because there's so many white people that there's not enough people of color to get that experience and that perspective.
Yep, microaggression. It comes from lack of representation in schools, cultural competencies, empathy. And aggression for our Black kids is different when it's aggression in white kids. It's seen as they're just being naughty or they're voicing their opinion, they're exercising their rights. But with our kids, you're being aggressive, you're threatening, I need security, when it may be just passion. And that hinders growth in our children too, because now they feel as though their opinions don't matter.
Williams says she's very concerned about how racism impacts young Black boys like Malachi, who may feel such a sense of loneliness.
Walking around with that burden on you and that responsibility, at what point in time are you able to grow and be who you are as a person?
Williams says racist experiences can chip away at kids' personalities, making it crucial for parents to check in with their kids at least once a day.
So it's important for parents to kind of facilitate that conversation with asking direct questions. How was school today? Did anything happen today in regards to you feeling uncomfortable about who you are as a person?
Still, after talking about his feelings, Malachi says he's battling ongoing resentment.
I shouldn't have to grow up in a society where the color of my skin determines how long I live, what job I can get, how much money I can make. Everyone just wants to live in a peaceful society, but there's people who just won't let that happen for the Black person in America, and that's something I will never understand.
Are you okay?
I wouldn't say I'm okay, but I'd say I'm trying to be.